So, hi everyone, and very welcome. You might have just noticed I've managed to talk without moving my lips. So, yes, I'm trialing a voiceover for this class. So, we're going to come to start with our legs out wide. You're seated out wide. If you like, you could be sitting up onto a block or a blanket. So, your two legs coming apart as wide as is comfortable. Your knees face towards the ceiling, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And just let your hands rest wherever is comfortable. Close your eyes. So your sit bones rooted down towards the ground, crown of your head lifting up towards the ceiling. And just take a few breaths here, just letting ourselves settle, letting yourself arrive. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale as your left hand comes down and you reach towards the left. Inhale, both hands back towards the ceiling. Exhale, right arm comes down, reach towards the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to your left. We're just going to do a few of these, waking up. Inhale, both arms back up. And exhale, reaching towards the right. Inhaling back up. Exhale, left arm again, reach towards your left. Inhaling up. And exhale, reach towards your right. Inhaling back up again. And this time we're going to loop the left arm across in front of the body, reach your right arm towards your left foot. Inhale up and then reach to the other side. Inhale up. So one arm scoops across in front of your body and your opposite hand reaches towards your opposite foot. We're all waking up the sides of the body here, the space between your hips and your armpits, perhaps all the way up the sides of your ribs. See if you can root your two sit bones down into the ground, joined by both cats now for this class. They're both helping. So from here, this next one, as you reach both hands towards the ceiling, and then both hands are going to reach towards your right foot. Both hands come back up, and both hands reach towards your left foot. Trying to keep both arms long. Keep them as straight as they can, even straighter than mine are there. I know I have a tendency to have a little bend in the elbow. So really, armpits are facing towards each other, palms of the hands face towards each other, and you're lengthening your fingertips up towards the ceiling each time, seeing how much length there is. We might try one more each side, I think. And your arms rest back down again. Lovely. Give your shoulders a nice little roll out there. Say thank you to them. And then we're going to take a bend in the knees, being nice and kind to them. And we'll just let our legs windshield wiper from side to side. We're going to come over onto hands and knees then. You can always use the blanket for padding for your knees if you want to put it there in advance. We'll have our shoulders over our wrists, hips above our knees, and come through a couple of cat-cow stretches. So as you maybe have a little wriggle there as well, wriggling into your cat-cow. Just anywhere that organically feels nice. Letting your hips have a little movement. We're going to step the hands forwards a few inches, tuck the toes under, and then stretch up into a down dog. So you can feel fingers are spread wide, hands planted into the ground. You're going to keep a little bend in your knees and think of bringing your chest towards your thighs. And just connecting with your breath there. Nice full inhale. Nice full exhale. So if you like, we're going to come over onto the inner edge of the left foot, outer edge of the right foot, and look out under your left armpit. And you feel that stretch all more down the left side of your body. And whenever you're ready, we'll come to the other side. So you're coming onto the outer edge of your left foot, inner edge of your right foot, and you're looking out under your right armpit now. Take another breath. And coming back to down dog, we'll come forwards into plank, bring the knees to the ground, keep your elbows tucked in by your sides, and maybe looking slightly forward, you're going to lower your chest, chin, and hips down to the ground. So you're all the way down on the ground. Inhale, lifting to a baby cobra. Exhale, back into child's pose. Take a lovely breath. You're going to inhale to hands and knees. Exhale to lower towards the ground. Inhale, lift your heart coming forwards. Exhale, back into child's pose. We're going to try a few of those gentle style of vinyasas. So inhale to hands, oh sorry, no we're not. We're going to come right up into down dog. So if you like, continue with those gentle ones, or you can try this one instead. So exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale to cobra. We're going to exhale, come all the way back up into down dog, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling, seeing if you can let the arms straighten. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees come down, chest, chin, and hips come all the way down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, back into down dog. Take a lovely breath or two there. Then step your right foot forwards, bring your left knee down to the ground. And this is where it might be nice to have some padding for the knees. If you've got a blanket there, you can bring it under your back knee. Be nice and kind to it. So we're going to do a lot of these low lunges today. So it's nice to get set up for the first one, and then you're set up for all of them. So as your right foot comes forwards, up between your hands, you might be able to slide your left knee back a little bit. And I want you to keep active with the legs. Keep the left hip drawing forwards, right hip drawing back. So your hips feel squared to the front. You're going to bring your hands onto your right knee then. Lift your chest, your heart up away from that right thigh. And keep drawing that left hip slightly forwards. It's like a scissoring action with your legs. Your legs are definitely engaged here. You might imagine somebody's just pushing your right shin gently back. You don't want it to actually move, but it's that feel of engagement. So you should feel something here, even though it might look like there's nothing much happening. We're going to bring our hands back down, step back into a down dog. And when you're ready, stepping your left foot forwards, bring your right knee to the ground, again on the blanket. So setting yourself up, your front foot and your back knee as far enough apart so that you're feeling that stretch into the front of your right hip flexor, your right thigh. And again, you think of bringing your right hip forwards, your left hip drawing back. You bring your hands onto your left thigh and you're lifting your chest away from that front thigh. And settling there with your breath. Maybe smiling if you're not so serious looking as I am there. Have a little smile. Nice steady breath. Nice steady inhale. And nice full exhale. We'll bring our hands back down to the ground and step back into down dog once more. Lovely. So we're going to inhale forwards to plank. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lifting your heart. And exhale back into down dog. And you could do the same, but from hands and knees if you prefer. Inhaling to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting your heart. And exhale back into down dog. We're going to inhale, step the right foot forwards again. Back knee is going to come to the ground. So we're setting up similar to before, that same low lunge. You can bring your hands to your right thigh, lift your chest away from your front thigh. Left hip drawing forwards. This time reach your hands towards the ceiling, palms face towards each other. And you're going to take hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and think of reaching that left arm up, up, and up towards the ceiling, and lean towards your right, maybe slightly back as well, if you can. Keep drawing that left hip forwards. Feel your right hip draw back. Breathing into those lovely left ribs, the spaces between your ribs, your intercostal muscles. And bring both hands back down again, stepping back into down dog. And when you're ready, we're going to step the left foot forwards up between the hands. Again, bring your back knee down to the ground. Bring your hands up onto your left thigh. Lift your chest away from that left thigh. So again, there's that lovely engagement with the legs. We're going to reach the arms towards the ceiling, palms facing towards each other. And this time take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Lift, reach that right hand up towards the ceiling. And we're going to lean slightly towards your left as much as is available. Maybe leaning slightly back. You may have more of a back bend going on than I do there. But really trying to lengthen, breathe into the right side of your body. Again, waking it up, all those little spaces between the ribs. And bring both hands back down again, lovely. And we'll step back into down dog. And check back in with your breath as you come into down dog. Is it steady? Is it smooth? We're going to reach the right leg up into the air, toes point towards the ground. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, reach the leg up into the air again. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, stretch your leg up. How long can it get? And exhale, knee towards your nose. Step the foot forwards, back knee comes down to the ground. So setting up again, similar to before, into a low lunge position. Your heart lifting away from your front thigh. And then this time you're going to lift your back foot up off the ground. So you're bringing your left heel towards your left bum and reach your right hand around to take hold of it. It might be nice to keep your gaze on something to keep yourself steady. And this should, well, if you're doing this, you'll know you're feeling it into the front of your left thigh. And it's good to have protection there for the knee. If you can't reach your foot, don't worry, just leave the foot on the ground and just come into a twist. So you're twisting towards your right thigh. You could always rest your right hand onto your hip if it doesn't reach to your foot. And bring both hands back to the ground again, and we'll step back into down dog. And on an inhale, your left leg floats towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, reaching that left leg high. Exhale, knee towards your nose. We'll do one more. Inhaling up. And exhale, bend your knee, step the left foot forwards. Right knee comes down to the ground. Bring your hands onto your left thigh once more. Just finding your balance there to start with. Pressing that left foot into the ground. And then bending your right knee. Lift that foot. Take hold of the foot with your left hand. So again, you'll find you're twisted here towards your front thigh. You might bring your left shoulder back, your right shoulder forward. And again, if you don't take hold of the foot, it's just a foot, don't worry. Just let your left hand rest onto your hip instead. You could still be enjoying the twist. Maybe keeping your gaze steady. Keeping your breath steady. And bring both hands back to the ground, stepping back into down dog. We're going to inhale to plank, exhale to lower to the ground. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale back into down dog. So just a little movement between poses. Inhale to plank again. Exhale to lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale back into down dog. Again, we'll step the right foot forwards the last round. So again, back knee to the ground, coming up into your low lunge. So you've got the hang of your low lunge now. This time we're going to let the left arm scoop across in front of your body, then the right arm come across in front of that. And then as you lean forwards, you're letting your weight work in this pose. And you might need to adjust a little if anything gets in the way. But you're trying to relax into this one, soften into it a little bit more. And it should feel a lovely opening around your left shoulder, your left triceps perhaps, maybe the space between your shoulder blades. If your balance is okay, maybe close your eyes for a moment or two. Nice, steady inhale. Nice full exhale. On your inhale, coming back up, press your hands into your front thigh, lift your heart away from that thigh. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground, and we'll step back into down dog. So just one more side to do. You're going to inhale, stepping your left foot forwards between your hands. Back knee comes to the ground. Again, just coming up into your low lunge position for a moment. So finding your balance, legs are active. This time your right arm sweeps across in front of you, left arm comes in front of it. And again, you let your weight fall forwards onto your arms. So you feel that tug, especially around your right shoulder, right upper arm this time. And then soften into it. Your face is soft. Your eyes are soft. Your teeth are a little apart from each other as your mouth and jaw soften. Your hands are soft too. There's no clenched fists. Maybe one more breath. And as you inhale, coming back up, press your hands into your front thigh, lift your chest away from that thigh. And when you're ready, we'll step back into down dog. I think this might be our last down dog. Heart coming towards your thighs. Maybe just gently pedal your feet out if that feels nice. Lifting the sit bones high. And then bring your knees to the ground and sink back into a child's pose. Just make it your child's pose. You can have your knees together or knees apart. Your arms can be in front or they can rest down by your sides. See how long each breath can get. And when you're ready, just come to sit back up again. We're going to stay kneeling. So if you just come up to a kneeling position and then let your legs come towards your left. Your hips come slightly towards your right. So your feet just nest next to each other. Your right arm reaches out to the side and then reaches up to the ceiling. And again, we're still into the side body here. Let your left hand walk away from you. You might bring your right arm behind your back and take hold of that elbow with the opposite hand. So again, we're into that lovely space in the side body. And bring both hands back down again. Lovely. We're going to have a gentle twist here as you bring your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand falls out behind you and turn gently towards your right. Try and let your left sit bone sink down towards the ground as much as it can. And untwisting back to center. Come to sit back on your heels, just to pause. And then let your hips come to the left and your feet slide out towards the right. Again, try and root your right sit bone down, if it will, as your left arm reaches out to the side and up and over your head. Right fingertips walk away as far as they can. And then maybe, just if you want to, bring your hand behind your head. You're taking hold of your left elbow with the opposite hand. And breathe again all into that left side, creating some space, creating some ease to help you through the rest of the day. And releasing the arms back down. Lovely. So one more twist. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Left arm falls to the ground behind you or wherever it reaches. Take another breath. And untwist back to center. And again, we're just going to come to sit back on our heels. If you like to here, you could come to lie down in Shavasana instead. So I'm going to finish the practice as I sit here on my heels. But if you have the time, come to lie down on your back now, if you like. So either way, we're pausing just to calm again at the end of class. It might be nice to have your palms faced up towards the ceiling and feel everything soften. Your shoulders just nestle down your back. Feel the back of your neck nice and long wherever you are. Your eyes can be closed. And with our palms turned up, it's in a gesture of receiving. And maybe we're receiving whatever there is that the universe is bringing to us at the moment. It's also a gesture of gratitude. So maybe just thankful, even just for how our body has just moved. Just notice your breath. Notice the softness of your inhale. And the fullness of your exhale. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment. I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in calm. Breathing out, smile. Present moment. Wonderful moment. You might bring your hands together at your heart if you haven't already. And just take a moment to thank yourself for coming along to practice today. Namaste.